of the walnut leaves. I'm going to make a triple batch of banana muffins. We need some for Scarlett's party, and Angus needs to take something for a shared lunch at school tomorrow, so I'm going to try doing a triple batch. And we had a lot of bananas in the freezer that needed to get used up. So I got enough bananas out of the freezer for a triple batch. So we'll see how we go. The recipe is for dairy-free and gluten-free banana muffins from glutenfreeonashoestring.com. For baking powder, instead of using bought baking powder, which has things in it that I don't want to eat, I just mix up our own by using 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar to 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So this little container, Systema container, is quite handy because I have baking soda on one side and cream of tartar on the other side. As long as you don't mix them up. I do have it written on the side which one is which. Like my levels. So for 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, that's 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. One of the things I like about Nicole's recipes on Gluten Free on a Shoestring is that they have the weights as well as the cup measures, which is handy because it's more accurate if you can go by weights. What's 150 times 3? Yes, good boy. Maybe move the stool a bit closer. Yes, it is very squishy. Just keep it in the bowl. That's it. You can scrape out the rest with the spatula. Or the spatula. That's it. There's a lot in there. My new ice cream scoop, which I bought for the purpose of baking. It's working very nicely for getting the right amount in for the muffins, for the regular sized muffins. You buy ones of different sizes. I can't remember what this one was. This one was the one that was half price. I've got some chicken drumsticks that I'm going to marinate. I like to do at least kind of 2 lots of drumsticks in a marinade and then put some in the freezer for another day. And then it's really handy. You can just get them out, get the packet out, put it on a plate in the fridge to defrost overnight, and then they're ready to cook. By the time you're ready to cook them, you don't have to do anything to them. Just put them in a dish or a tray or grill or whatever however you're cooking them. And so today I needed to clear some juice out of the freezer. I had a bunch of this one's a mixture of peach juice and apricot juice from canned fruit, and I just have a tendency to save the juice. Well, we were using a lot of them when Scarlett was needing to eat soft fruit, and it's been sitting in the freezer for a while, taking up space. I've got enough for actually a triple recipe, but I haven't got that much chicken out, so I thought I might make extra and then actually freeze the marinade for another time, and then I just need to defrost that before I put it in with some chicken. The recipe that I'm using is called the Best Chicken Marinade Recipe from addapinch.com. This recipe calls for apple juice, apple cider, ginger ale or beer. It's quite an interesting range there, but I find it works well with any juice. It's quite nice with orange juice. Any fruit juice really will do well for a chicken marinade, so you might as well use what you've got. So we need olive oil, it's a lot of olive oil, but this is a triple recipe for the marinade. The marinade makes, it says, enough for about 5 pounds of chicken, which is a bit over 2 kgs, about 2¼ kgs of chicken. So 3 times that is about 6¾ kgs of chicken. Just a lot of chicken. Salt, pepper, paprika, cumin, the recipe says if you're using beer you add that last because it will froth up. So I'm just using juice, I'm just mixing everything all together. Cayenne pepper, chopped fresh garlic. This is our homegrown garlic. It's starting to sprout a little bit, but that's okay. Next is chopped onions. I'm using some of our Egyptian walking onions. It's only a small amount of onion. The single recipe is 3 tablespoons of chopped onion. The chopped onions, but they're very, very fresh. I can't see what I'm doing. Those are very, very strong. Yep. And the last thing I need is fresh parsley, so I've got to go outside. 1.5 cups is a lot of parsley, but we have got a lot, so we'll see if that's enough. Small child is awake, so I've got to motor through this parsley. That was pretty much about the right amount of parsley. So, in it goes. Now I'm just going to mix it up with a fork, and then it will be ready to divide and put some over the chicken and put the rest into some silicone mould trays for the freezer. Either that or I could keep it in the fridge if I thought I was going to use it soon, but we'll just put it in the freezer for now. Save it for another day. I've got a lot to do. So I'm going to pour some of the marinade over this chicken for dinner, and some over the chicken that's going into the freezer in a vacuum seal bag, and the rest is going to go in a jar in the fridge for now until I can deal with it later. So we've got our chicken for tonight and what we're going to cook it in. I'll turn it in a few hours. We've got the chicken going in the freezer, and the marinade which didn't all fit in one jar, but that's okay. I'll finish dealing with that later. I forgot to show you all the banana muffins when they were cooked. So here are some in bags that I'm about to put in the freezer. But I made a lot. It was a juggle trying to eat dinner and finish getting them cooked, but we got 24 regular size muffins and 69 mini muffins, which is a lot of muffins. So that was plenty for Angus's shared lunch and for the party, and some to spare. Thanks for joining us in today's vlog. Choose to grow hope, and we'll see you next time. Bye.